Welcome back to The Bloated Chef. I am Chef Jerome, an actual bloated chef. And before we get to today's informative and entertaining tutorial, please be sure to slap down on that like button, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share with the entire planet. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you.
Man, this driving around on a golf cart on a golf course all day is for the birds. Alright, not so much. Back on the big board. Look at all that white privilege. And by that I mean, look at that feta cheese, that ricotta cheese, that Greek yogurt, and that sour cream. We've even got some white bread. Anyways, this is going to be a mashup. Whipped ricotta and whipped feta. So we present whipped ricotta with feta, or if you please, whipped feta with ricotta. Moving on. Let's do some maintenance real quick. Let's take that little bit of pecans that we have, season them up right quick, and pulse them. We want a very rough chop on those nuts. Or is it D's nuts? Anyways, we'll take that feta cheese. Make sure you use a block. Don't use that pre-crumbled stuff. It'll be way too dry. The effect will not be the same. Make sure you get all that juice in there as well. In goes our ricotta cheese. And as we add the yogurt and the sour cream, all we're doing here really is just pureeing and smoothing out those cheese curds in the ricotta and the feta, or the feta ricotta, depending on your preference. And we go with a healthy, if not potent amount of fresh cracked pepper, and we pulse. In with a quick scrape-a-vu, and pulse once more. Next up, our hot sauce of choice, whatever's on the countertop is what goes in. One more quick pulse. Now, make some toast points, grab whatever stale bread you have left over, bake them at 350 till they're nice and crispy. And let's talk about how simple this is. Okay, there goes a little extra virgin olive oil on top. Here's a quick tip for you. Make your own spicy honey. There goes some honey. Right in the middle of that, we'll add some sriracha, and now we have a spicy honey. But here's another tip. I'm going to heat that up for about 30 seconds, so it'll slide right out of that dish nice and easy, and into our ricotta feta / feta ricotta dip. Right? Looking good so far, is it not? Yes, it is. Okay. We'll take some diced jalapenos. Why not? We're going to add levels of flavor. We're going to add heat. We're going to add tangy. We're going to add spicy. We're going to add citrus. And we're going to add herbaceousness. Here comes a little bit of fresh sage. That's about 2 leaves worth. Do a little julienne chop, and we're good to go. Now let's add the remaining components. There goes some minced jalapenos, some chili flakes, some banana peppers. Yes. Okay, in goes our chili flakes, adding yet another level of heat. In goes our banana peppers, adding yet another level of tang. Okay, here goes our fresh sage. Easy, easy, lemon squeezy. And now we'll finish this off, or second to last move will be to add those chopped almonds. This will add a nice crunchy component to this dish. Okay, one last step. Yes, we're going to zest 1/2 of a lemon. Gonna add that brightness and that citrus. This baby goes into the fridge as we pull out our toast points. And that is done. Appetizer 1. Here's appetizer 2. Onion rings. Not just onion rings, but beer battered onion rings. We have components such as rice flour, very important, regular all-purpose flour. We've got garlic powder, paprika, all-purpose seasoning. Let us put together our quick batter. All right, so 1.5 cups of rice flour. Look it up. It makes all the difference in the world when it comes to crispiness. To that, we add 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Now we add our seasonings. Garlic powder, smoked paprika, vegetable seasoning / all-purpose seasoning. You can use whatever seasonings you like. Make it spicy or not spicy. I'm going to add some Texas Pete's Prairie Dust cayenne powder because I likes it spicy. On to our onions. Cut them in half. Cut the ends off of each side and cut them into about 1/2-inch slices. That's right. Pop them out. Be gentle. Do not break them. Who likes a broken onion ring? Not this guy. #Vidalia onions. All right, moving along. Want to make great onion rings that are crispy? Here's one key right here. Little Chef Jerome's savvy secret. Drop them in ice water for about 20 to 30 minutes. Ice cold water, that is. All right, let's get the second half of the batter station together. That is quite simply the remainder of the rice flour and a little bit of that prairie dust seasoning. That's all we're going to do. We're going to dredge the onions in that first. Then we're going to add them into our batter. Speaking of batter, here we go. There is our seasoned flour. We're going to add a cheap, low-rent beer. Ugh. Cheapest one I could find for $1.29. Eesh. Anyways, bit by bit, little by little. Do not add too much. It will become too thin. However, in my years of experience and savvy, I would say that that's enough right there. And of course I'm right. And your consistency should look something like this right here. And we'll finish off the remainder of that beer in the appropriate manner by downing it one quick pintful. And it tastes like, God, it tastes like ass. Next up, we will lay those onion rings down on some paper towels. Very important step here. Pat them dry. Don't bust them up. Just make sure they're dry so the batter clings, okay? The batter will fall off if it's too wet and you'll never get a good crust on your onion ring. Hence, we begin the dredging process. Yes, just drop those rings into that rice flour. Make sure they're well coated. We will go ahead and make sure that our oil is up to temperature. 350 degrees is ideal. And as this rises, I can tell, yes, we're going to be at 350 here in a second. So now, bit by bit, 4 or 5 at a time, we will drop them into that batter, shake off the excess, and drop them into our oil. And watch what happens here, folks. #awesome. Be diligent. Take your time. Make sure to shake off all that excess batter. And do not crowd that pan. Okay? Look at that little bit of batter swimming around like little sperm. And a mere 2 minutes later. That's right. We just do a quick flip. Make sure it's cooked thoroughly on each side. We will pull those, add us a 4 or 5 more. While they come off, while they're hot, we season them with salt, with pepper, whatever you want. I use the all-purpose vegetable seasoning. And how about that? Look at this for a platter. You lay this down at a party, you're going to be the wicked superstar. And you want to take it over the top, grate a little bit of fresh Parmesan, Pecorino Romano on top, and hit it with cracked black pepper everywhere, and folks, we're done. How about the shell on those onion rings, huh? Listen to the crunch. Oh, yes. I'm thinking he likes it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he likes it. Yeah, when he says, oh man, or wow, that means he likes it. All right, let's try the whipped ricotta / whipped feta. Toast points. Dip it in there. As it is bright and as lemony and as tart as he thinks it is. Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure he likes it. I hope you like this one. Look for the next one.